You out there? Anybody there? You hear me now? You hear me later?
There we go. Can you guys hear us okay? I'm having all kind of problems. Go ahead and talk.
Here we are again. Another day, another dollar. Less.
There we go. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yep, it's working.
I'm having all kind of problems, a lag. Go ahead and talk. Okay, Dennis, thank you. We had some small technical difficulties with the new equipment. I can't get the mixing board working, so we're running off the cam mics. We got mics overhead, but can't make them work. I need a 12-year-old kid.
That worked.
I'll guarantee you that it worked. Especially if they wanted a game with it.
I got a 21-year-old grandson that come up here. He builds computers.
Yeah, well, get him up here.
Been doing it since he was about 12 years old. They were talking on the chat session Friday night.
You can understand
last
him?
night about, no, the sound was terrible, but I did catch the gist of that. They don't understand how we're getting 6-ounce finishes and what the heck's his name?
Well, that's easy. It's called sandpaper.
I can't, well, Steve Hines was the one that was questioning it. I can't see how. He says, I'm getting a 3-ounce finish just on my fuselage alone. And it's a profile, a little one. And it's, yeah, a lot of sandpaper. It's, more sandpaper, and then you think you're done, you gotta use more sandpaper. And you only get so much paint. So, and it's, yeah, a lot of sandpaper. It's, more sandpaper, and then you think you're done, you gotta use more sandpaper. And you only get so much paint.
Yeah,
So,
try another microphone
something with
here.
the wheels.
Oh, I see what's going on. That's top audio.
It's, yeah, a lot of sandpaper. It's, more sandpaper, and then you think you're done, you gotta use more.
All right, we had a little bit of loop there, but it should be fixed. Cam 2. Oh, we got a like here. We got Jack Snavely. He's got all kind of little icons there. Got a big.
Oh, it's Charles Carter is who I was talking about. Thinks I'm doing 8 ounce paint job and you're doing 6 ounce, but I think mine's been coming down less than 8 ounces.
What's that?
Charles, was, questioning how these paint jobs are done too, and they're really not a lot to question about them. Outside the sweat equity and no paint. And that's all that's got to be said about them. Sweat equity and no paint.
Hey, are we looping? Is the audio okay? I could add another mic here, I guess. Audio input capture. Okay. And we're going to add okay. I can't tell what's doing what here. Audio input capture. Desktop audio, mic audio, property. Okay. We want to add audio input capture. Let's try webcam 2. Okay. Cam 1, cam 2. Advanced audio property. Close. I can't tell. I don't know what I'm doing here. So we'll just leave it as is. Hopefully you guys can hear and understand us. You hear us both.
And you understand us both.
Yeah, they hear us both. We're probably going to get knocked down, but whatever. So you're not going to ink it or nothing?
I don't know yet. Haven't really decided. Trying to figure out my wheel axles right now. What I'm going to do with them.
Look at this dent right here. This is the dent I was talking about.
Well, inject. You can steam that one out.
You got some injection stuff?
I'm a diabetic. I might be able to come up with something. Tied up in one of them little jars up there. Trying to make up something here to turn these wheels down.
Okay, you got a small little problem here. We're going to show you how we're going to fix it. I have a little dent right here. It looks like I run the leading edge into a bolt. I don't remember doing it, but so seeing that John's a diabetic, we'll give it a fix. So I got some water in this thing. I'm gonna stick it in and give it a little bit of juice under the tissue. A couple of straight spots here. Get out the monocoat iron. Maybe it'll reach. Barely. Barely. I'll wait for a minute till it heats up. I figured out why the stream was so poor. I was only streaming at 2,500 bits per second. Now we're at 5,000 bits per second. So I can go up to 8,000, but this is a whole new setup.
You have to watch walking over here because it doesn't go all the way to the ground.
It basically came out already. And that's it.
Believe it or not, that'll work. I've done it even on torn wood where the fibers were even torn and did it 2 or 3 times to it. And don't give up if it doesn't take it all the way out the first time. Try it 2 or 3, 4 times.
That got it out all the way.
Could very well take that.
Here's your turn back. And that fixed it. So that was an easy fix for something that would stick out like a sore thumb. So my goal for this today is just to get a couple of coats of dope on it. I had a real elaborate show planned out, but as all good things, it didn't want to cooperate. So I'll have to work on the camera gear in my apartment. Oh, I didn't tell you, the reason why I didn't go home this weekend, my exhaust fell off my car. So I had to order a new, I kind of jerry-rigged it together. So I could get over here. and I ordered a new exhaust system for it. I don't know.
Coat hanger trick.
Yeah. Soda cans and coat hangers. Let's see what they're saying here.
Want to make a little noise.
We got 6 plugs.
That's all that heavy duty noise. Sorry about that. Gotta get those test strips too sometime.
Where are they at?
I think they're out in the garage on that table. We'll do that test. I gotta make a thing here to where I can turn these wheels down in diameter. Really need a smaller set of wheels. I thought I could put just new tires on these and that'd be it, but these rims, I got new tires for this kind of rim, smaller diameter, and the hubs, I sort of thought maybe they just made the rubber bigger, but they didn't. The hubs are actually, the rims are actually bigger. By a bunch, 1/4 inch or better. At least 1/4 of an inch. And these are just a shade under 1 3/4 inches. 11/16. These are 1 3/8, a little light 1 3/8. The difference between a 2 1/4, 2 1/2 inch wheel and a 2 inch wheel. Need the rims that much bigger.
You gonna do spin them down?
Well, it doesn't lack much for these to fit in there, and they're definitely lighter than these things. I need a pair of these, 2 inches, or 2 1/4 inches in diameter. These are 2 1/2. So I don't know what that's gonna look like to take a
1/8 inch off?
1/8 inch off. Probably be alright. A lot of rim. But I need the ground clearance too, so I'm really probably be better off doing these to 2 1/4.
Leave leave them the size they are, will they fit?
No, they will rub on the top.
I'll just take a
So
little
I'm
bit off.
gonna take an 1/8 inch off of them. But I gotta make a mandrel, cause I wanna make a mandrel that fits in here real true. So that I turn that rubber down, they're not all wobbly.
Well, a bolt.
Well, yeah, a bolt and the stud that goes in there that's machined to the same diameter as that with a plate that fits there at the back to hold it flat. True. And I did thousands of RC car tires, our race car tires. We'd buy bulk sizes, big sizes, and then we'd grind them down to size, which was pretty simple.
You got a cord behind you. What are you gonna do? Just tap that to fit and then tap a nut for it?
Well, I thought about counter drilling this to fit to where that hub fits down on there to the center spokes. And kind of boring at this diameter to where that'll sit in and it'll set on these. And then having the center bolt through there, and that little stud will run all the way through that.
You're making it way too complicated.
Yeah, but I don't want this to wobble. And if you just bolt it on there like that, all you got for a bearing surface is just that little 1/16 inch thickness.
It ain't like you're cutting.
Yeah, but that's
If you turn this down to fit inside there, that holds it from rocking.
well, that's what I'm going to do also.
I know, but you don't need to make it fit countersunk. Just, turn a 1/4 inch off to fit down in there, and that.
Well, yeah, I know you're making an axle out of that hole,
Right.
which is no big deal. But I didn't want to just rely on that little.
You're not. You're relying on the axle that's inside.
Well, yeah, partially, yeah.
As long as it's a tight fit on the axle, it's not going to move. Tap it for a 632 cap bolt or whatever to hold it on there. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Memberships offer good benefits. Super chats are always welcome. Super stickers. The biggest thing is the subscribers. I would like to have more people join the channel. We only got 15 members of the channel. I'd like to see 4,000. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Did you put soda in the icebox?
It's in the freezer of the big refrigerator, the left side. about in the center of it. Not much of a lathe, but I'll tell you what, it comes in handy.
Okay, where's our stress test pieces?
Up there on the table. Should be laying right there. Some it might be laying in the kitchen too, Sparky, because I had them in my hand and was ready to bring them down here, and I think I laid them down, just forgot them. I like to have a spring-loaded tap forward, but I don't have one now.
BLT. Okay. This ruler here. Hey, we got a new member. Sure looks like it. Richard D, thank you as a supporter. You guys are great. Well, I don't know about all that great stuff, but okay, there's the Brodex. BLT is Brodex light tissue, right?
Yeah.
CF bale. When I get home, I can take the drivers out of my other computer, put them on my jump drive, transfer them over to this computer.
How much stuff, since that's a new computer, how much stuff you got downloaded on there from the other one?
Nothing.
Nothing yet? You don't have your CAD or any of that stuff on there?
No.
Well, you know, you can always use that old computer and dedicate it to all those extra programs. And use this computer for all your video and
That's what I was kind of planning on.
it's like this stuff like in CAD programs, my God, man, they just take up so dang much RAM.
That kid at the computer store, I said, what's the clock speed on this processor? She said, I don't know, but it's got 8 gig of RAM, and the RAM is what tells you how fast it is. No, it doesn't. I went to school for it, I know. Well, obviously you don't know, because what does RAM mean? And he couldn't tell me. I said, it means random access memory. It's not the clock speed of the processor.
Yeah,
He got huffy with me.
I got a tendency to do that.
Okay, we got all these,
Oops. I don't like that.
we got all these ready to go for our stress test. The most solid is the Brodak medium. And that would make sense because it's probably twice as thick as the rest of them. That carbon veil feels like nothing.
Yeah, probably does.
How are we gonna get a reading on this? We don't have a fish scale or anything, do we?
No, not real sure about that one. Problem is, this little lady's got so much backflash and everything else in it, you can't hardly use the dials on it or anything. It's a pain in the butt. So much slop and everything. Really close.
That'd be a pretty good fit. Getting close, start sanding and firing.
Still got a little meat to take off there, but I'm just gonna crease it.
is setting up.
Right there.
Why doesn't it add over here though? Property. Nope. Property. Go back. Okay, there we go. I got the driver working for the soundboard. Check. Yeah, I got the mixing board working now. I don't know how the audio sounds, so that's the only problem, because I don't have an output headset.
What about getting online on your phone or something and going upstairs in the garage and listening to it?
Well, I
Or
think
would it interfere down here trying to do it down here, get an echo or reverb or something?
yeah. Let me plug this in. This headset, I need a headset that plugs to the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. I shut that one microphone off.
Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there?
Don't make an echo. I'm trying
What,
to get
what is this? Is this camera over here? I don't know what you got going on here. Is this just a microphone or is this a camera and a mic?
the camera and a mic.
I don't know. I get doing this stuff and then I don't talk. It's hard for me to. Not that I'm a very skilled machinist or anything. I'm not.
Well, the codec, it says it's working, but I can't tell. So I'm not gonna monkey with it. It says it's working. If it's working, great. If it's not, oh well.
Yeah, well, take it or leave it.
I'll turn them up and let's go out with that. Well, yeah, it says it's working.
Well, we gotta be trustworthy of something. Trusting of something.
Uh-oh. Well, we're really putting out the frame rate, so that's good.
See this. Yeah. Lock washer. There's a big one.
Fender washer.
Fender washer. I have a lot of fender washers. That'll work.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. My exhaust, I'm driving down Union, like a kid.
Yeah, did you use your gears?
Yeah.
Automatic transmission, you use your gears.
No, it's not automatic.
Oh yeah, that's right, you are scamming shit, aren't you?
Yeah.
I might have to cut this bolt off, though. I think I drill and tap. I can't drill and I can't tap that.
You might as well cut it off now.
It doesn't need to be that long. It needs to be about
Quarter-inch long.
Yeah. I'll cut it longer than that, but you get them test pieces cut up.
Yeah.
Think about how we're gonna do that.
We could set these blocks on it, I guess, and steel blocks.
We're just gonna overhang an area and let it drop down to
No, I think we need to put it on one, each side.
suspend it and then do it in the center. I don't have any weights.
All that steel right there.
Yeah, but not really the same.
Need a fish scale like they do bridge tests at college.
I don't have one of those.
Oh, I know how we could do it. I just figured it out. We can put this in the drill press right here. Put a block of wood on each side. Put it on there and push on it, and it'll read how much it weighed before
Yeah,
it
it should,
snapped.
yeah. Yeah. That could do her. Start this stupid little thing.
Well, I hope you guys appreciate all the stuff we go through.
This is just regular modeling, most of this stuff. It's nothing special. I mean, like this stuff right here, I got the equipment, so you use it. you know, as far as making this little thing turn these wheels down to true up your tires. You know, they get, the outside wheel gets wore down. What the heck is going on here? Did I not tap that right size?
Well, what size is that bolt?
It'd be a 632. Guys, what it looks like.
Let me see it.
Oh, here, you gotta get that washer on there too. And grab our own cap. $632.
Well, certainly doesn't seem like it wants to go in there.
Let's do something here real quick. Let me see this burn.
Now in there? There it is.
You don't squeeze that hub on that rim. It's undercut.
I'll let you tighten it up how you want it.
I gotta make a sample on it too. Just snug it all it needs to be.
Tighten it up to those strips and you back it off 1/4 turn.
Yeah. What I don't want to do is, see, I made that little stud a little short, and I don't want to flare that or mess with the rim hub. So I wanted to make that. That's why I wanted to make that clamping on the spokes of the rim.
Yeah.
Which helps it out.
You gonna cut it off with the lathe or what?
I don't know if that'll work or not. Most of the times we did that, it just screwed up.
The rubber?
It just chunks it out. Might be able to do it, but I doubt it. Normally took a piece of sandpaper on a stick and just sanded them to size. It'll start chunking.
Yeah, it'll ball up.
Yeah, chunking them. Let's see here, what do we want diameter-wise, about 2 1/8?
What are they now? 2.5.
And 2 1/2 right now. Maybe 2 1/4.
Yeah, try getting 1/8 of an inch off of it.
This makes a mess. This is.
Took quite a bit off. You guys could do this on a drill too.
That's how I did all my, when I first started in my RC car tires.
Yeah.
I just did it on a drill. And they were a little tougher because, let me tell you.
I think I would sand it with some finer sandpaper. Because they're checking.
They're going to be like that the first time you take off.
Well, I'm going to give you a little secret. I'm going to put Z-epoxy on them. You soak them in Z-epoxy and then squish all the Z-epoxy out of them.
Really?
Huh? Yeah. They'll last longer. See if it's the right size. Yeah, we really appreciate it, Richard. Says, hi Sparky, because you asked so nicely, I joined the membership. Well, look, tomorrow there's going to be another Al Raid video up. If you look in there, there are some videos that are for members only. Is it still too big?
Well, when it goes all the way to the sides,
Oh.
if it's centered up, it's fine.
70 ounces.
I really need to get, if I get a pair of 2-inch wheels instead of these are 2.5s, and the rim's a lot bigger. I mean, look at the difference in rim size.
Yeah, but for these kind of wheels, the rim is the same size.
I don't know if it is or not. You got a set of 2 or 2 1/4-inch wheels in the car or here?
No.
We don't know. Still looks pretty good. I mean,
Man, you just got them custom brother wheels.
yeah.
Spinners, man.
Low rider wheels.
You got the spinners. All right, guys. We got one new member on this go around. Please, you know, join the membership videos. Once a week, I put out a members only video. You can find them in the community button, community tab. I haven't set up. I do have the members only folder, but I haven't put the videos in there. I don't think playlist. But you might want to look for that. We got microphones dangling everywhere. Let's turn the gain up some more. unplug one of these and see. Unplug them both. Yeah, they're working.
If I set up to do my IC cars, I'd have a Dremel tool with a grinding wheel and all set up on the slide and everything. It's easier to get the sizes right, the same. Set up like that, boy, you can tree some tires real fast.
How is the audio, guys? Let me know in the chat box. I'm not a sound guy, so we got mics hanging overhead and we got mics in the cameras. But I have no way to hear it.
Close. Black stuff, man, nasty old stuff. Gets everywhere. Perfect. Two wheels turned down 2 1/4 inches from 2 1/2 to 2 1/4. Black stuff everywhere. Stuff does make a mess. I got to turn the vacuum on. Part of the cleaning up process.
I'm going to turn the audio off for a second. Still good. Okay, great.
handle to turn down rubbers, trip rubbers. Then a little tool pin. Alright, now we're going to do some kind of a...
Hold on, I vacuum screwed stuff up here. Open widget. Pour. Well. It says here we're having a problem. I think it's YouTube because I'm streaming at 5,000 kbps, kilobits per second.
Tell me when this camera's lined up right.
Yep, that's fine.
We'll cut our heads off. You got any more dents you want to get out?
Not that I know of. You know, it says it's experiencing buffering, but I don't see any buffering in the video. I can't win.
Well, all I can tell you is that today, and it's been this way for about probably the better part of a couple weeks, that Facebook and all them whenever I go on there, I get a buffer on any kind of video.
They're spying.
They used to just come straight up, or they'll let you go into it a minute or two, and then all of a sudden it'll start buffering. And that's, I don't know. It's spying. It's all sorts of stuff.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, these riots and all this bunch of fake crap. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put these in here permanent. I really don't have a way right now.
My phone's doing all kind of weird stuff here lately.
Yeah, mine too.
The opening
It's
programs by itself.
yeah, I'll just be sitting there and look over and it'll be on. The lights will be lit on it and all that stuff, and I didn't initiate that.
Yep. Well, I'm getting rid of my Apple iPhone because of the nonsense.
Well, that's not gonna stop it.
Well, then I'll throw it in the trash.
It's all of them. It's every one of them that are doing that stuff. I mean, they're on all the channels. See what this looks like on its wheel. Give me a little bit more ground clearance.
70 ounces.
You gotta know for it weighs 70 ounces, you done something wrong. Alright, Steve Hines, if you're on here, Sparky will go over how you do a 6-ounce paint job.
Sandpaper.
And more sandpaper. And more and more and more and more. Might have to use a 3-blade prop on this. I have to get one. I'm not making another landing gear for it. That ain't much.
That came out 80 ounces a tank, ain't everything?
Yeah, right. Come on, get realistic.
Is everything in it?
Yeah.
Tip weight?
Little, no tip weight. No fuel line.
Let's see what it weighs.
42.
75?
I think so. I don't want to be over 42. If it's 40, I'd be tickled.
.86. That's 40.6 ounces. Sixteen and 16 is 32, plus 8 is 40, 40 and a half.
51, what that was 151, right?
40 and a half ounces.
.1151, right?
It's 40 and a half ounces. Good weight.
40.628.
But you ain't done clearing.
Clearing or sanding or anything. I only got.
Uh-oh.
But don't.
Look at that.
What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do to it?
I didn't do anything. Oh well.
And not oh well. More fixing. Pain in the ass.
It's just the dope is shrinking.
It looks to me like the motor mount screw might have picked that up or something there. Looks like to me.
Yeah, it's possible.
I had all this cut exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's a pisser.
What did I do? Shit, I didn't do nothing.
Kiss my ass.
I just looked at it.
Then you looked at it cross-eyed. You have to bring that stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You do it for me.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you don't have to have you're up too high in the tail. It's headed downhill.
Yeah, but it's gonna come up level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's level right there. You look at this, I mean, it may come up like that.
It might be alright. I just hate like hell to bust a prop and shake the nose off of it.
Did you see that one airplane at the Nats? I think it was 2 years ago. He prop striked and the prop flew off and it shook the nose. It was at Crossfire.
Yeah.
Man!
Yeah, and it happens quick, like a half a lap or less. It'll be gone in pieces. I seen one. It wasn't at a contest. It was a practice flying that literally exploded like. I mean, parts and pieces went everywhere. So I think what happened was it shook the nose off it, and then the motor's still running, and came through and then annihilated the wing and stuff. It's just, it's pretty nasty. Don't want to have to do that. I don't want to experience that.
No. What do you think the best way to, I need to cut this in the middle here, and this saw.
You cut it on the jigsaw. The scroll saw. You can't get it on that bandsaw. You have to cut it on the scroll saw.
I can get it on the bandsaw halfway through this way and turn it over. No, well, let's see here.
Why? Just stick it on that swivel or you got all that crap over
Yeah.
there. The problem is you don't know where you cut.
Huh?
You bent the blade.
No.
You gotta hit the shop vac after that, or before you get making a bunch of sawdust. Blades it out all over my earphones.
Well, we're gonna make some noise, guys. This is going to take me some time to cut these. You guys want me to end the video and cut them and then come back? Because I got to go out in the garage and do some doping anyway. We come back on the cell phone. I think that's probably best.
You need to get some coats clear on that fuselage, and
Yeah.
then you need to get those things cut out.
Yeah. We'll be back in, what time is it? Not 12 yet.
11:49.
We've been on now. Let's see here.
Take a half an hour break or 45-minute break and come back. And
Yeah, we've
we'll
been
eat
on
lunch and
an hour and a half. We'll be back after the after about a 30-minute break. We'll see you then.